How's it going, everyone? Long time no see, I bet. Well, here's an updated video and some good news to go along with it. But I'm finally back and I got lots more content planned. But in the meantime, as you may have seen in the opening, I got my bike back. It took about 2 months, but finally got back up and ready. So let's go over the good news and bad news. So the bad news of what caused me to lose out on the bike for the most of the summer was the hub cable, which might be hard to see right now, but oh, it's actually on the side of my bed. The hub cable right here, as you can see, I was traveling uphill and my throttle, which is up there, gave out or just put an error code. And then when I started riding back, I found out that my hub cable snared, which basically meant two things happened at once, which is not good. So basically it all fell apart before I even had a chance to get home, and had to wait up to about 4 weeks to hear about a cable replacement. I thought they would have replaced the entire kit itself, but being that I guess these problems are quite frequent, they decided to only ship me out a replacement cable or have me ship the hub back to Surrey to have them service it themselves. But I kind of figured, no, that's gonna cost a lot of money within itself, so I figured I'd give it a try. I never did soldering before, but I was willing to take it up and see how well I could do. So after that time passed, my cable finally came in and I managed to do some soldering, and I took pictures of the before, so that way once I put it back together it wouldn't be not connected the way it should be, because I never soldered before, so it would have been guaranteed disaster before I would have had a chance to fix anything. So I get the cable all connected and the throttle. I turn it on and give everything a go, but it turns out it was a lot more than just the cable that was at fault. So I'm going back and forth between the guy, and basically what happened was he said that it was a throttle error. So he sent me a throttle, and then I waited for the throttle to get here, and it was different than the one I had. Mine was a full twist throttle. This one was only a partial, where you had to kind of move your hand towards the end. I don't know how to describe the throttle, but it was a different throttle than I had the first time. And while it did give me some rotation, it was only maybe like a quarter spin, but then it just gave out. Turns out the hull sensor was damaged. Luckily, we got on chat support with the company who deals with this kind of stuff. And fortunately, the guy who I was talking to happened to be in Kelowna at the time. So he offered to travel to where I live. So he took the whole thing back to him, back with him to Surrey, where I then had to wait about approximately 2.5, maybe 3 weeks. And he diagnosed it himself, and he had to order a new throttle. So that took a week on itself. And I'll have you guys know that my throttle is not the full throttle this time. It's just the thumb throttle, which is gonna probably pose a problem with me in the future because it is plastic, and depending on how my usages of it is, it's guaranteed to snap off or break off after something. I had to come up with something to make sure that the durability of the thumb throttle remains fully intact and it doesn't break off anytime soon. So that's kind of more less the situation I'm facing right now in terms of down the road. But other than that, everything runs fine. He did a video for me.
So here we go, it's we're working now.
Yeah, this was another problem too. So he took care of this, and then he did a test video, and this thing spun. So that gave me a good sign of hope. But I was actually holding my back my expectations and was able to test it myself. So when I did get it back, it actually worked for me before actually setting it back up the way you see it right now. The reason why I had not been making any videos is primarily because of this reason. Because yes, I do have the scooter, but after testing the scooter for long periods of time, I began to discover whereabouts in town here I am able to go before I have to turn back. And while the battery is good, it's only good for a trip and a half. So where I go is usually pretty vast, but the fact of where I go, it pales in comparison to where this bike can go. and I want to do a lot of things, and I can't really go there with a scooter because the battery just runs out too quickly now. And being that it's getting colder now, batteries and cold don't mix very well, so I suspect that this will be affecting my bike's battery too. But the fact that I can go further, faster, means a whole lot more than what I can do on a scooter. But now that I'm back on the road, I can now make my videos get back on track again. But now I'm facing one more other caveat. Gear back here has become so stiff. I like to pedal too, but right now I'm going full electric, so the pedals just kind of help me balance myself. They don't have nothing to them. I took the chain off, but yeah, this here is so seized that it will make my chain freaking bounce, and I took it off. I didn't want to cause any more damage to it, so I'm going purely electric. So you can see I'm kind of putting some force onto that. But yeah, I decided to leave that be. But I got a new one of these coming, so that way I can get the best of both worlds, or in other words, have my cake and eat it too. So yeah, just fixing problems up slowly as they arise. But so far, I also got myself some Deity 90mm high-rise bars to kind of give it more of that budget Suron build look. So I'm very excited to get this back on the road and going, as you guys will see as I carry this on. So without further ado, let's get on the road and see what's out there waiting for us. Oh, that already feels weird. I'm pedaling forward because of how used to it I am, not realizing I have to power myself forward. So I'm just gonna go up here. I mean, it feels great either way, but I mean, so I don't want to quite go that way, and maybe I might merge into it. I'm just kind of going off the rails here right now, so just don't mind me. Just come along for the ride. So yeah, I had to make my way to the north end of town, so we'll see which way and how way I can get there, and if I can do it while not causing any conflict with drivers around here. But I'm very obedient at these lights, so there should be like little thing like that. Let's go speed up here. Okay. This guy motorized? Ah, he is too. Can't do that right now. Oh, he's both mid-drain and freaking mid-drive and rear hub. Okay, very nice. Alright, you know. believe it's time to go to a place to get a spare key for my battery here, because when I sent my hub back, I sent everything including the spare key I had in one of the boxes, and I don't feel comfortable only having one key that detaches my battery from the power slot here that I got mounted to my bike. So I want to make sure to have more than one. Hopefully it's not proprietary. Hopefully they'll have one for me. Only one way to find out is to go check. So let's go. Alright, so excellent news. I managed to get my one key here for my e-bike battery duplicated. So now I feel safe. If I lose out on this one, which I've done before with another e-bike battery, now I won't feel like I'm just out on one. So now I feel safe. And now I believe it's time to head more towards home, because I am going to Armstrong to get myself a spare front rim, so that way I can put my street tire on it. I think I should go get a tube, so that way, because I don't have a tube for my other one. But yeah, I'll go to Sun Country Cycle for that. And yeah, because I like to have a street tire and a off-roading tire. I like to have switch and mix and switch. So that's my plan. Alrighty guys, well I'm gonna cut it off here. I realized I gotta meet up with my ride to Armstrong, so I'm gonna end it here. Thank you guys for joining me on my ride, and expect more videos like this soon. So until next time, have yourselves a wonderful day. Peace.